Good afternoon, friends. I am again before you, my dear friends, with the video of latest judgments which are syllabus of the advocate on record examination of the Supreme Court of India. In this video, I will discuss with you Indra Sawhney versus Union of India 1992 case, which is also popularly known as Mandal Commission case. No doubt it is landmark judgment in our Indian constitutional law. We all know the disturbances created at that time due to its implementation. So going further with the case, we can say this case dealt with the reservation policy in India and addressed issues like which were related to affirmative action on behalf of the government, equality, and social justice. This case shaped our legal framework for reservation in education, employment, and other sectors in India. If we go by the background of the case, Mandal Commission was established in 1979 under the chairmanship of respected B.P. Mandal, who recommended 27% reservation for other backward classes, shortly OBCs, in central government jobs and educational institutions, which was implemented in 1990 by our late Prime Minister P.P. Singh, which triggered nationwide protests and debates. This reservation policy was challenged in the Honorable Supreme Court on the grounds that it violated the right to equality, Article 14, and other provisions of the Constitution. The petitioners argued that the reservation policy exceeded the 50% cap, which is established by your own courts in earlier judgments. It discriminated against the general category. The identification of OBCs was not systematic, scientific, or fair. The respondent, which is naturally our government, he had to defend the case, so they did their noble duty. So they defended the policy, claiming that affirmative action was essential to uplift socially and educationally backward classes to achieve substantive equality. So, nutshell, the legal issues that came before our Honorable Court were, firstly, was the 27% reservation of OBCs consistent with the principles of equality enshrined under Article 14, 15, 16? Should economic status alone determine backwardness? Should affluent individuals within backward class be excluded from reservation benefits? Could the total percentage of reservation exceed 50%? So these four issues were before the Honorable Court for decision. And our Honorable Court put this case before 9 judge bench, and the decision was by 6-3. Supreme Court in 1992 decided the case with a majority of 6 into 3, as it was 9 judgments. The court upheld the reservation policy. What it gave its judgment with qualifications. It was not absolute, but with qualifications. It said that the reservation for OBCs under Article 16, subclass 4 were valid and necessary for achieving social and educational equality. The court introduced the concept of creamy layer, stating that affluent and advanced individual within OBC should not benefit from reservation. This was to ensure that benefits of affirmative action of the government should reach the genuinely disadvantaged persons. The court reaffirmed the 50% limit on reservation as established in their earlier judgments, such as M.R. Balaji versus State of Mysore. What it further said, exception could be made only in extraordinary circumstances. Then the court said that economic backward class alone could not be the sole criteria for determining reservation. Social and educational backwardness were more significant. The court ruled that identification of backward classes was subject to judicial review, ensuring that the process was fair and scientific. No reservation in promotions. Honorable Court struck down reservation in promotion, stating that they were not permissible under the Constitution. However, this judgment, this part was later on altered by the constitutional amendment. I mean to say, this was after amending the Constitution, the provision was made for creamy layer also, in promotion also. Then, if we go by the overall scenario of judgment, what is the importance of the judgment, significance of judgment? Firstly, the judgment struck a balance between individual equality under Article 14 and the need for social justice under Article 15, subclass 4 and 16, subclass 4 of the Indian Constitution. And it further laid down creamy layer principle. By excluding the creamy layer, the judgment ensured that benefits of reservation were not cornered by the few affluent within the backward class. So it means to say that the benefit of judgment should go to only those who are in need of, who really deserve. And the ruling strengthened judicial oversight over the reservation process, preventing arbitrary or political motivated decision, as there was judicial review, whosoever is selected and who is shunted out from the reservation policy. This decision became a foundation for subsequent cases and policies on reservation, influencing debates on affirmative action and social justice. Criticism is the part of our democratic system. After the judgment of is over, you can do positive criticism. So the critic argued that creamy layer principle is not uniformly implemented, leading to disparities in reservation policies across states. Some believe that economic criteria should play a larger role in affirmative action given the increasing focus on income based inequalities. The 50% limit on reservation has been debated, with some arguing that it restricts the government's ability to address entrenched social inequalities. So we can say that, summing up my this video, we can they say that Indra Sawhney case, no doubt is a landmark judgment. It shaped India's affirmative action framework by upholding reservation for OBCs with introducing checks like the creamy layer principles. The court balanced social justice with constitutional principles of equality. The case remains a cornerstone in debates on affirmative action, reflecting the complexities of balancing individual rights and collective justice in a diverse society like India. That's all. See you again in next video. Thank you.